is Steve Waltz. He's a spokesperson with Sheba Medical Center. Sir, thank you so much for your time. I want to ask, of course, first, how is this baby doing right now, 2 weeks old? How is the baby doing?
The baby is doing as well as can be expected after very delicate 4.5, 5-hour surgery. You know, it's a baby that's less than 2 weeks old. It's very, very tiny. I happen to have seen him just as he came back from surgery. To see such a small child being tended to by a swarm of doctors and nurses was very heartwarming. And we expect the child in the next few days to start getting better and better and better, so he can go home and then come back 6 months from now.
I'd imagine it is a complicated effort, right, to fly a Syrian refugee living in Cyprus to Israel in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic with health restrictions in place to get this surgery done. Can you kind of walk me through the approval process and also the fact that there was an urgency to all of this?
Yeah, when a child has this type of heart defect and we have to perform what is called the Norwood procedure, which is done in major hospitals around the world with children who have very serious heart defects, it was a race against time. Our advantage is that Sheba Medical Center has a very close relationship with the government and the health system of Cyprus. And so when something like this occurs, you know, there's a lot of diplomatic efforts between the foreign ministries and the health ministries. But as I mentioned, Sheba has a very unique relationship with Cyprus. And so we brought the child here. We crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's, brought the child here on a special flight, which costs a few shekels, but Sheba does not pay for that flight. And we got the child here basically in the nick of time, because the child would not have survived much longer in the condition that he was in.
How often does Sheba receive emergency cases like this from abroad, from international cases, and how obviously has the coronavirus situation perhaps changed that?
Yes, it has. I mean, from Cyprus, it's not the first time we had gotten either someone from Cyprus itself or from a Syrian refugee, but on a regular basis before Corona hit, there are organizations that bring Kurdish Iraqi children for the same type of procedures, not exactly the Norwood procedure, but procedures that are similar on congenital heart defects, which run throughout the Middle East because of different genetic issues that occur throughout the Middle East. So yes, Corona did impact this, and so the Kurdish Iraqi children who would come here almost every week through Jordan can no longer come here until the coronavirus disappears.
Steve, lastly, can I just ask the next step for this baby and the father? You mentioned this procedure, the Norwood procedure, nearly 5 hours of surgery on a 10-day-old baby. But for now, the baby's recovering. But there's another surgery that's needed in a few months. Does the baby stay in Israel? Does it go to Cyprus and have to come back? Kind of walk me through the next few months.
Jeff, in about 2 weeks, if the baby is fully recovered or strong enough to go home, the baby will return to Cyprus. In 6 months, the baby will return for a second operation, which again will be a long operation. And then the child will again go back to Cyprus and then come back when they're 18 months old. The idea is for the child to grow naturally, the organs grow naturally, recover, and then we proceed as needed based on making the child return to what one would call a normal lifestyle.
Incredible story here. Incredible work from the team, the surgical team, of course, at Sheba. Just incredible to imagine any parent, you know, a 10-day-old baby with 10-day-old organs, this delicate 5-hour procedure. Thank you so much, Steve, for walking us through it. Great to have you on the program.